this, this evening, and we're now recording for our Zoom as well. So I know there are many folks, or a substantial amount of folks, I think, who are joining us via Zoom. I'll confess that I wasn't originally going to send out a Zoom link, but then I know that we have several folks who are sick and unable to be with us, and so they didn't want to miss out on this wonderful evening. So I want to thank you for coming out tonight to our wonderful Sounds and Tastes Celebration 2023. Our theme this evening, as you well know, is entitled A Recipe for Christmas. So my challenge to the congregation was to put together some dramatic readings or interpretations of their favorite Christmas recipes, and then to offer those here as we gather around these stories and songs. I think we'll have an opportunity to hear a couple of those, but otherwise we'll hear some wonderful other sharings as well. However, was one person who made sure to follow the prompt that I put out, a request for these recipes for Christmas. We're going to start off with a video that was captured by Harry Moore of Carol while she was looking for her favorite recipe. We're going to dim the lights here and we'll watch this quick video.
Stuff. Can you get out? What do you want me to do? Oh. After I got done. Stop. Okay.
When Harry had shared that with me, it looked to me like Carol was maybe doing her best impression of a pineapple upside down cake, which is what I thought she was going for, but apparently she was just searching for a recipe. So in reply to that video, Carol is going to come and sing a song for us. Do you want a handheld mic? You want to sing here?
I'll have to sing there.
You're okay. Is this tall enough for you?
Oh well, it doesn't matter. My singing voice, I've been dealing with some pneumonia after effects, and so my singing will not be the glorious one that you're used to. So, Carol Moore, what's this flower you have on? Could it be the stuff you need for your recipe? And did I hear you say there was a guy meeting you here today to take you to that Christmas show at HC? I'm 74 and I still like being called baby. Everyone in my family thinks I'm crazy, 'cause I walk around church with a recipe in my hand, looking for this mysterious dark-haired man. Dark-haired man. In my younger days, they called me Carol Ann. Made the tastiest chili you ever laid eyes on. I've got the trophy to prove it. Then a man by low degree stood by my side, and he promised me he'd take me for his bride. Now this mysterious dark-haired man is now a bald one. I got stuck behind the couch and could not get out. But this old bald man sure got a big kick out of sharing this video and hoping I would not get ticked. Carol Moore, what's this flower you have on? Could it be the stuff you need for your recipe? And did I hear you say there was a guy meeting you here today to take you to that Christmas show at HC.
Well done, Carol. Well done. Thank you so much. Harry's smiling? No. I love it. Christmas miracles do happen. Harry smiled. That's wonderful. So next, I'm going to invite Carrie Stone and Erica Adler. They're going to play a piece together on the piano, how the You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. So I'm going to move the microphone out of the way, and they can play a piano piece for us. Well done, well done. Oh. I was like, what's going on? Anna Kate is going to offer us a quick skit, sort of her take on this theme of Recipe for Christmas. So I'm going to help her get set up real quick.
Three, two, one, action. Hi, welcome to Cook It Christmas Channel. If we can cook it, you can have a good Christmas. My name is Anna Kate Smith, and today we are going to cook the perfect recipe for true Christmas spirit with the helping hand of our True Christmas Spirit cookbook, of course. Definitely by me. Now, let's go to the table of contents and see which page we have to go to. Page 65. First step says we need a pot and a spoon. Next it says we need a Santa, a little sequency. Next it says we need a stocking, mine for better taste. Next it says we need a bell. It's not silver, but they didn't specify what color. Next it says we need a light. Now it says to wait 24 hours. All right, 24 hours later. Now it says to stir thoroughly. It's a little lumpy, but I think it'll work. Now it says to share it and enjoy. Anyone want to try it? Really? No one? Oh, your loss. Not bad, actually. Well, thanks for cooking with me. Have a Merry Christmas. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night at 7 for the Holiday Horror Marathon on Cook It Christmas channel. My name is Anna K. Smith. Bye. Have a Merry Christmas.
So as soon as the youth group heard about the theme, they quickly began brainstorming an opportunity to share their thespian-like gifts with us, and they have put together a video. We're going to watch several clips throughout the evening. This is the youth's take on, if anybody has seen the show Chopped, it's sort of a cooking reality show, so they're going to walk us through an episode of Chopped. Let's enjoy this video.
I'm your host, Chad Allen. And welcome to Chopped.
Hello, my name is Greg, and I'm here to be the best chop star there is in the world.
Can you tell me more about your life, please?
No. Not at all.
Mine. My name's Roland Gamzee, and I'm a 32 Michelin star chef. Bro, what? They go up that high? And do I even have to really say I'm here to win Chopped?
Hi, I'm Lola. I worked at McDonald's and I'm on Chopped because I recently got fired and I want to redeem myself. The reason I got fired is because they found one of my fingers in their nuggets, which, my bad, but doesn't really mean I'm fired.
Hi, I'm Jesus Christ, the Christ disciple. I will be competing on Job today to spread the word of my Father, God. I don't know if you've heard of him. I have had no previous food experience as I have been working as a carpenter for my stepfather, Joseph, for 30 years.
Our first celebrity chef this evening is Frank Incense. Frank Incense owns a chain of fusion restaurants called Transfiguration.
I'm very excited to see the talent that these lovely people bring.
Our second celebrity chef tonight is Murray. Murray is a French chef. Murray owns a chain of murder mystery restaurants.
I can't wait to see how the contestants put the French into their dishes.
Our final chef tonight is Cornelius Goldstein. Cornelius Goldstein runs an LA hotspot where they sprinkle real gold onto all of their dishes.
I want to see how much elegance they bring to this beautiful table today.
Definitely looking forward to see how that plays out the rest of the evening. Next, I'm going to invite Eleanor forward. She is going to play Little Drummer Boy on the piano. Well done, Eleanor. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now, Kurt and Chris Ankeny have a couple of readings they would like to do for us. Come right on up.
Hello. How many of you have been busy baking Christmas gifts to give away? One person. Okay. Well, I did a little baking. Apparently, I'm a little neater than Carol. But I'm going to have a reading here about the ingredients for a perfect Christmas gift. So, these are some of the ingredients you need for a perfect Christmas gift. Mend a quarrel. Seek out a forgotten friend. Dismiss suspicion. Write a long overdue love note. Hug someone tightly and whisper, "I love you so." Forgive an enemy. Be gentle and patient with an angry person. Express appreciation. Gladden the heart of a child. Find the time to keep a promise. Make or bake something for someone else, anonymously. Release a grudge. Listen. Speak kindly to a stranger. Enter into another's sorrow. Smile, laugh a little, and laugh a little more. Take a walk with a friend. Kneel down and pat a dog. Read a poem or two to your mate or friend. Lessen your demands on others. Play some beautiful music during the evening meal. Apologize if you were wrong. Turn off the television and talk. Treat someone to an ice cream cone. Do the dishes for the family. Pray for someone who helped you when you were hurt. Fix breakfast on Saturday morning. Give a soft answer even though you feel strongly. Encourage an older person. Point out one thing you appreciate most about someone you work with or live near. Offer to babysit for a weary mother. Give your teacher a break. Be especially cooperative. Let's make Christmas one long, extended gift of ourselves to others, unselfishly, without announcement or obligations or reservations or hypocrisy. This is Christianity, isn't it?
This was written by Ephraim the Syrian in the 4th century, so kind of thing. You are utterly a wonder. In every side that we seek you, you are near and far. But who is it that reaches you? Investigation is not able to stretch itself to reach you. Whenever it stretches out to reach you, it cuts off and falls short. It's too short for your mountain. Faith reaches you, and love and prayer. The Magi too sought him, and when they found him in the crib, worship instead of investigation they offered him in silence. Instead of empty controversies, they gave him offerings. You too seek the firstborn, and if you find him on high, instead of confused searchings, open your treasures before him and offer him your deeds.
Thank you so much, Kurt and Chris. So we are pretty familiar here at Happy Corner with one half of the musical duo, the Nautical Theme, Matt Shetler. We are less familiar, though, with the other half of the Nautical Theme. That is Tesha Mallory. But Tesha is with us tonight. She's actually going to be doing some accompanying piano for another song later this evening. But I know that Tesha has a lot of musical gifts and thought she might have something else to offer for us as well. And she was kind enough to share with us. If you want to unmute Josh's mic, the piano mic there, it's marked as Josh.
Josh, yes. Josh.
That's how it's still listed on the soundboard. So
I get that.
Tesha, please share with us.
Love incarnate, love divine, star and angels gave the sign. Bow to babe on bended knee, the Savior of humanity. Unto us a child is born, he shall reign forevermore. Noel, Noel, come and see what God has done. Noel, Noel, the story of amazing love, the light of the world given for us. Noel, Son of God and Son of Man, there before the world began. Born to suffer, born to save, born to raise us from the grave. Christ the everlasting Lord, he shall reign forevermore. Noel, Noel, come and see what God has done. Noel, Noel, the story of amazing love, the light of the world given for us. Noel, Noel.
We're going to check back in with the youth group and their episode of Chopped.
For the first basket, these chefs only had water to work with. Let's see how they transform these dishes.
So Jesus, what have you made for us?
I saw water, I saw wine.
Wine is very French, so I give this a 10 out of 10.
I really like the infusion of grape you put into this one.
There's not really any gold with this, but like, I still think it's very usable for dinner.
Chef Greg, what have you made for us today?
Well, when I was making the ingredients, I remembered back to a time where my grandma used to make this favorite drink of mine. She made homemade lemonade, so I decided that's what I was going to make.
Everyone's going crazy, running around because all they gave us was water. And what are we supposed to do with water? So everyone was trying to come up with ideas, and I was just looked over, and Jesus is over here praying? Like, what's he gonna do with praying?
Chef Lola, what have you made us for tonight?
Well, I decided since I came from a long line of McDonald's employees, we like to make things fun, so I made some Kool-Aid.
I love the deep red color in this.
The
but
infusion was a little off.
There's no gold.
I opened the basket, I saw water, and I immediately thought my dish at my restaurant, Aqua de Limon. We serve it at all our restaurants for $15 a glass.
Chef Warren Gamsey, what have you made for us tonight?
So I saw the water, and I immediately thought a beautiful fusion French dish called agua de limon.
Great golden choice name. But your lack of attention to gold insults me.
Yes, chef.
I'm sorry, Chef Greg, but you've been chopped.
I'm sorry, Grandma. I tried.
Anna Gate is going to come and share with us, with the help of her brothers, a song originally heard on the VeggieTales holiday album. So yeah, Tesha's going to accompany on the piano. Her brothers are going to assist, and you'll understand why here in a moment. I invite you to hear "Wild by My Sheep."
While by my sheep I watched at night, glad tidings brought an angel bright. How great our joy! Joy, joy, joy! Praise to the Lord in heaven on high. There shall be born, so he did say, in Bethlehem a child today. How great our joy! Joy, joy, joy! Praise to the Lord in heaven on high.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Anna Kate and the sheep, for sharing that with us, and Tesha. Initially when I received word, it was a small number of the Shettlers were going to be sharing something, and then I got word that it's the entire Shetler clan is going to be coming and sharing, I believe, a song with us, or a something with us. I'm not sure what it is. So if they want to make their way forward, we'll get the microphones all set up, and we'll hear from the Shetler clan.
So, a little introduction about our song. Dave and I are from Western Pennsylvania, and so our Christmases, when our kids were growing up, always involved travel. Either 6 hours in a car east, or 6 hours on a plane west. Even though our families were all from Pennsylvania originally, Dave's decided to move to California soon after Matt was born, and I don't know why that was, but they say that had nothing to do with it. It's really about a job. So Dave's family especially, that was maybe the only time of the year we would see them. It's once a year, and so Dave's mother would always ask what she could make special for us, and she loved to cook. So we had our list of Christmas treats, including one that may be familiar to you, except there's a very small slice, a pun, slice, of Pennsylvania that refers to this treat in a very special way. It has to do with the mining culture of the area and what they would call the piles of coal that were set aside. But we want to share that with you this evening, what we call this special treat. And Lee Saylor, this one's for you.
Gob, 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 gob.
This is a gob, that is our job to let you know this is a gob. Icing and cake, that's what it takes. Yummy and sweet, so good to eat. So well admired, no forks required. Flavors galore, let's have some more. This silly Christmas, never you fear. You can have gobs all through the year. Never call it a whoopie pie. Never call it a whoopie pie. This is a gob, that is our job to let you know this is a gob. This is a gob, that is our job to let you know this is a gob. Icing and cake, that's what it takes. Yummy and sweet, so good to eat. So well admired, no force required. Flavors galore, let's have some more.
This silly Christmas, never you fear. You can have gobs all through the year.
Never
Call it a whoopie pie. Never call it a whoopie pie.
This is a gob, that is our job to let you know this is a gob. This is a
There will be gobs to sample when we're done, so.
I was going to say, as you were singing that, my only hope is that there might be little mini gobs for everybody to try in the back. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, they're mine now. Lee, are you familiar with gobs? You knew gobs before you knew whoopie pies? Yes. Yep. Ah, I see. Okay, excellent. Shetlers, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Next, we're going to have the musical stylings of Tom and Sue Devers on their dulcimers. They're going to be playing Silent Night for us. We have a little bit of setup here to do with microphones, but we'll get them set up, and we'll hear Silent Night on the dulcimer. sharing that with us. Perfect. I think as soon as Corey gets us set up with mics again, we'll check back in with the youth group and see what's happening on Chopped.
For our second basket, our contestants were given 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Let's see how these contestants transform these dishes.
So Jesus, what have you made for us?
Well, I saw the bread and fish and I thought abundance. So I made many loaves of French bread and a golden cuisine, the fish kinds. Enjoy, family style.
I like the transformation in this dish. There's so much here.
I love the French baguettes that you used.
The bread, not golden. This goldfish is the best goldfish I have not seen in my restaurant, but it's still good.
What have you made for us tonight, Lola?
So back to my McDonald's roots again. We thought bread, fish, fillet of fish. So here you go.
What have you brought to the table today?
So tonight for you chefs, I made beautifully cooked Alaskan salmon with a perfectly sounding baguette with a dash of my secret sauce.
I really like the use of the French baguette.
The infusion of your patty is very good.
The elegance of this sauce is so beautiful.
Thank you, chef.
I'm sorry, Chef Lola, but you've been chopped.
I really thought this was gonna be my chance. After going and working at McDonald's for 5 years, I thought this was gonna be the chance. I was gonna redeem myself and make it on Chopped, but instead I got chopped.
All right. I can barely contain myself with the excitement of finding out who's going to win the Chopped episode. But until then, we've got the musical stylings of this duo here, Jeff and Josh Adler. They're going to show, or they're going to share with us. I don't know if it's both your favorite group, but I know it's one of Jeff's favorites. They're going to share a song called Footprints. Is that correct? From the group BNL. So looking forward to it.
It's not Josh's mic, I'm so sorry. But, got it, got it.
I followed footprints in the snow, never knowing if I was right behind you. And looking down, no one would know. I wasn't walking hand in hand beside you, for your footprints led the way to a hearth where hearts were made. Surround you, your washer wash with all its glow. And I'm still standing in the snow.
I stood and watched the lights go out, while the snowflakes settled all around me, and though it filled my heart with doubt, couldn't move, and this is where you found me, as our footprints disappear, snow erasing how I came to be here. I've got nowhere else to go. Now we're standing in the snow. Look for understanding in the snow. You look just outstanding in the snow. Standing in the snow. Now it's almost Christmas Eve, and I'm surrounded with the sound of laughter. To give is better than to deceive, for I received a heavy ever after. You might have left me in the cold, a fitting ending for the fool that I was, but you'd be cuddled up alone. I'd still be standing in the snow.
That was lovely. But I must say this is a little awkward. I was going to sing the same thing later, but I was going to do both parts myself. So this is weird, but just kidding. I wasn't going to sing that. But thanks, Josh and Jeff, for sharing that with us. Next, we have a poem. Roger Van Alsdahl is going to come and read a poem for us. And he's quite a bit taller than I am, so I'm going to have to raise the microphone here.
Well, I'm kind of glad to follow a little more serious note than a lot of this, because this is, to me, kind of serious, but it's a poem entitled, "Who Will Hold the Baby?" Descending from the upper regions where only God and angels dwell, came a sweet and precious baby that ancient writings did foretell. Down to sin-cursed earth where men were lost and wandering far, revealed to simple shepherds and wise men guided by a eastern star. What will I do with the baby there, tucked in swaddling clothes? A baby so dear, so innocent, sweet, yet hated by numerous foes. What will I do with the babe? Will I leave him to die all alone? No, I will hold him close to my heart, just as the Bible has shown. I can't leave the baby to suffer and cry. I can't leave this small, precious one. For this baby, this bundle of joy, is the Prince of Peace, the Almighty's only Son. Where will I put him as I journey through life, hidden away out of sight, to celebrate living, giving no thought to the one who personifies light? O baby divine, O precious and pure, the one that his own people did deny, what would I give this all-perfect gift that God gave to me from on high? I have no wealth, and if I did, it would all be his that he gave. Nothing is mine, nothing I brought, and nothing I'll take to the grave. So what can I do? I have no gifts to bring forth to lay at his manger of straw. This wee little babe, this all-powerful God, I can only bow there in awe. Yet in his great love, his mercy and grace, shown to poor, wretched, wandering me, he gives the gifts of holding the babe to worship and praise him for free. No riches, no pearls, No silver or gold does he required for my faltering hand. Just love the sweet one who can save me from sin is the only fee that he planned. Oh, dear precious baby, I repent of all sin and give thee my poor sinful heart, for only thou can cleanse white as snow and make the dark shadows depart. Oh, would that each one, the little one, love and trust him with all they possess, for Jesus has promised to each faithful soul a future with him of sweet rest. Rejoice, the promise is ours, to sit with him in sweet fellowship share. Oh, to be in his presence that day, I want to be there.
Thank you so much, Roger. I know this isn't a competition, but gold star to Roger and Lois for hitting on that awe theme that we talked about this morning in worship, picking that up here in our celebration this evening. Thanks again. Let's check back in with our episode of Chopped and see where we're at.
For our final basket, our chefs were given one banana to make a delectable dessert.
What have you made for us?
Well, there was banana in the basket, but my soul heard manna, so I called from the heavens for manna.
Interesting.
I call from the toolbox. Thank you, Kusar.
It tastes almost heavenly.
Does it have to be French manna?
It's everywhere manna, so yeah.
What gold did you put?
All of it.
What have you made for us for this basket?
So in the basket, I saw an abundance of bananas, and I thought I would make the most immaculate banana pudding.
This is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Bananas indeed. Bananas indeed. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. That's right, bananas. Moving to the microphone is someone you're very familiar with. Matt Shetler is going to come and share a song with us. So let's hear it, Matt. This is very far forward.
I was ready to play with Tesha, and Trent asked if I'd, well, basically he assigned me another spot in the program, so I was set for a different song. We'll play this one first.
Is it what you think? Is it what you know? Is it where you've been? Is it where you go? And what is lost? I will travel on, and for what it's worth, it was always good. Is it how you wilt? Is it how you grow? Is it what you hide? Is it what you'll show? Is it what you learn? Is it what you're told? Is it incomplete? Is it full and whole? And for what is lost, I will travel on. And for what it's worth, it was always good. Is there warmth and heat? Is it dark and cold? Is it all half gone? Is it still half full? And for what is lost, I will travel on. And for what it's worth, it was always good. 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 Always good.
I find twisting Matt's arm into a song is maybe one of the easiest things I've ever done before. So thank you, Matt, for sharing with us. I didn't think to use my own tuner to check my voice before we started this evening, but I'm sure I'm probably pretty perfect if you wanted to check, Matt, but that's okay. Next, I have a letter I'd like to share with you. So I heard this shared on the radio. Anybody ever wonder what happened after the Grinch show, like after the end of the movie? Anybody ever have any questions about what they thought happened? Yeah, so this is a letter, an open letter, that was discovered by author John Moe about the aftermath of the Grinch. So this is an open letter to the Grinch from Max, your former friend and dog. Dear Stephen, I didn't know the Grinch's name was Stephen, but it is. Dear Stephen, it's been several months now since you left, and I remained here on Mount Crumpet in the home we built together. I think it's important that I share my feelings. I hate you, Stephen. Hate. Hate. Hate you. For years, we stood for something. We hated the Who's. Like we always said, if it weren't for Christmas and the Who's infernal screeching of carols, we would have had absolute quiet all year long. And isn't that why we moved to Mount Crumpet in the first place, Stephen? Every December, our meditation, gardening, and literary work were shattered with Wahoo Boreas, or whatever that stupid song was. Have you learned it yet? Well, have you? The Who's ruined our lives. Annually. And then you joined them. And why? Why? Because you heard them sing? Who was I living with all those years? Honestly, if you know, tell me, Stephen. And by the way, there was nothing wrong with your heart. I have in our big file cabinet a report from the doctor that says while your heart was abnormally small, 5th percentile, it was completely functional. And unless you attempted to run a triathlon, you're fine. And all that aside, your heart has nothing to do with your emotions. You left your Zoloft here, by the way. If you haven't picked up a new prescription, I will send it down to you, but you should really renew it. Alone up here on Mount Crumpet, my thoughts have turned to that night. In retrospect, there were many mistakes. You shouldn't have worn a Santa suit. Also, you should not have engaged Cindy Lou Who at all. I'm not sure what inverted Stockholm syndrome took place while I waited on the roof, but I do know that it all could have been solved with a hard shove and a quick exit. Additionally, we should have stashed the Christmas crap and then left town right away. Gone to the shore or Cozumel, my parents' place even. But really the problem was the Who's. They're stupid, Stephen. People who got robbed and then sing with joy are stupid people. And now you're going to live with them. In a what? A hut? I can't blame them anymore for being who they are. Perhaps I can't even blame you for being who you evidently were all along. Perhaps I can only blame myself for seeing you as the one I spent all those years with. The one I thought shared my yearning for solitude and deep and justified hatred for everyone else. But that was not you. You are a Who. Enjoy the roast beast. Whatever. Jerk. Max. All right, let's find out the ending of our Chopped episode.
I'm sorry, Warden Gamzee, but you were chopped.
Most of your dishes were beautiful, but it's like Jesus is on another level than you. Looks like.
Can you believe this? I have 32 Michelin stars.
Of course I won Chopped. I'm literally the bread of life.
Chopped thespians, all stand up really quickly. Take a bow. Big thanks to Mariah and Jamie for filming and doing all of those pieces. There were other filmographers in the works, and Carrie did all of that editing, so thank you for all of that. Now the nautical theme, both Matt and Tesha are going to come and share a song with us, both of them together, so here they are.
You got it.
Like sideways, like this? That's what you want?
Just whatever.
That worked. Yeah? Alright. Good. I spend too much time just staring at a screen, thinking there'd be something there to rescue me, when all I saw was emptiness and hate and apathy. I tried to look away but couldn't leave.
Don't let me get lazy. Somewhere just okay, but not alright. It's easy, we can be somewhere just okay, but not alright. I spend too much time just thinking about myself, my status, my perception, and my wealth. When just beyond my walls you're crying out, please brother, can you spare a little help? Don't let me get lazy. Somewhere just okay, but not alright. It's easy, we can't be somewhere just okay, but not alright. Somewhere just okay, but not alright. I'd be terrified to find they know the answer when my mirror asks me what I've truly done to make any kind of difference in the real world. Yes, don't think that you can kid yourself that way, son. Don't let me get lazy. Somewhere just okay, but not alright. It's easy, we can't be somewhere just okay, but not alright. Don't let me get lazy. Somewhere just okay, but not alright. It's easy, we can't be somewhere just okay, but not alright. Somewhere just okay, but not alright. Somewhere just okay, but not alright. Somewhere just okay, but not alright.
Thank you so much, Matt and Tesha, for sharing that song with us. I made a big mistake, and I put myself last this evening. I should have ended with that. That would have been really great to end with. But instead, you're going to have to suffer through this last bit here. Unless there's anybody I missed, anybody, or maybe spontaneously somebody's just excited to share something. If anybody would like to, we can always add you in. All right. So when I thought of this idea, when I had this harebrained idea to think about the recipe for Christmas, in the back of my head I had this wonderful idea for putting together a literal recipe and thinking about, you add a virgin to the holy and you add in a sprinkle of, this and that, and you come up with this wonderful recipe. And I thought, I'll write that out. Well, I didn't do that. That was an idea I had, but what you have here is more a literal telling of the story, just with vegetables in some ways. So it's not as good as I wanted. Hopefully it's better than you're expecting, but I invite you to hear this recipe for Christmas. Of course, some recipes call for some stuff to be done ahead of time. Well, this recipe for Christmas is no different, but rather than preheating the oven or blind baking a pie crust, the preparations for this one look a little different. First, you're going to need 2 impossibly old parsnips, like well past their prime. And you'll need to expose one of those parsnips to an angelic visit. Sprinkle in a little bit of fear, but you'll immediately want to balance that with a pinch of reassurance. Oddly enough, when this is done, inside of the one parsnip, something starts to happen. But beware. It's very important not to use any cooking wine or sherry on this parsnip. It's the Holy Spirit that provides everything you could want in this instance. Now, it's at this point you'll want to take the other parsnip out and toss in a question, and then immediately plunge it into 9 cups of cold silence. Now, while this parsnip sits in silence, interestingly enough, the other parsnip begins to sprout. Now, at this point, set all of that aside, and for the next part of the recipe, you'll need a pure, unblemished rutabaga. Sprinkle it with an angel's greeting, toss in a little reassurance for good measure, and then you'll want to add a heaping spoonful of the Holy Spirit. Pour in an announcement of good news and let it soak there for a moment. You'll know the rutabaga is ready when you can tell the angel's greeting has really soaked in. Now at this point, you want to put the sprouting parsnip from earlier in a bowl with the rutabaga. There's a special something that takes place in these moments, and it'll almost seem to you that the parsnip is hopping or leaping. And you'll know things are moving along because the rutabaga will practically be singing, "It's so ready." Now, once the parsnip sprouts, you can bring the other parsnip out of its cold, long silence. Name the sprout Johnship. And now you're really set up for the rest of the recipe to go well. The silent parsnip will be so excited about the little sprout, it'll practically prophesy about how good the coming dish will be. Now, by this time, the rutabaga will have sprouted as well. And you'll notice there's something quite special about this baby rutabaga. There won't be any room in the pot for the new rutabaga family, so just toss them in the leftover container nearby. But to the side, you'll need to sprinkle some dirty old potatoes with good news. In fact, following the sprinkling of good news, you'll want to put the potatoes in the oven and set the broil to angel song for a few good minutes. Once done, take those potatoes out and put them near the rutabaga in the leftover container, and let that all just simmer there together for a little while. Essentially, what you need is some willing vegetables, angel song to taste, seasoned with hope and expectation, joy and peace. Toss them together with a mix of the holy, and the result will be a side the likes you've never seen, surely one that can save any meal. Enjoy. I hope this little story gives you a whole new meaning to Psalm 34:8. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Brothers and sisters, this ends our evening together, at least the sounds portion of our evening. You are invited to come and enjoy some tastes. So come and share together as we enjoy fellowship around the tables and around these cookies. Thank you all very much for coming out and being a part of this evening. Thank you to the folks joining us on Zoom, and a big thanks to Corey and Aaron and Landon for helping out in the booth. Round of applause for them. Come and enjoy some cookies.